Hi, today is May 27th, 2025. This is the Kubescape community meeting. Let me share the agenda. Too many tabs open. All right. So our agenda for today, Ben, you're starting.
Okay, so also you guys, most of you helped me on starting work on this PR. So the general idea is to add STDIO MCP server capabilities to the Kubescape CLI. So it actually works for me pretty nicely in Cursor. So I'm able to add this as an external as MCP executable to Cursor, and it works. It's the MCP server is connecting the model to the Kubescape CRDs in the cluster. And as of now, I've enabled it to access the CRDs for vulnerability scanning. So the vulnerability manifest files, and it's actually it's super fun to play around with. Now we could in general we could start to merge it into the CLI because it's useful, but they're I think it makes more sense to add more capabilities to enable more the MCP server to access more types of Kubescape objects in the cluster. It requires some understanding of what are the limitations of an LLM and what is the context that MCP server can push into the model, because at the very beginning I was just returning vulnerability manifests, and LLM was just saying that the context is too big and it cannot handle it. So we have to the protocol needs to be designed in a way that that we are enabling the large language model to access smaller bytes of the data, like enabling it to explaining it to what to query, and returning relatively small data, which enables the LLM then to give a follow-up request, and then doing this back and forth until it can boil down the whole find out the data it's looking for. So it requires a little bit of understanding, but it's not super complex for someone who's have enough experience in general of I don't know, API development and so on. So I'm really looking for someone to join me in this exploratory feature. So anyone who wants to join, this PR and working on this, and not just enable to access in cluster objects, but maybe enable other Kubescape CLI features and connect them to the model, is welcome to Slack me, join me, comment on the PR, and we can split up the work and make Kubescape great again.
Maybe you can share this request on Kubescape Dev as well, if you haven't already.
Yeah, I will.
Okay.
Okay.
I see that you have only Go files edited in your things, no README, no documentation.
It's again, it's a draft PR yet, so I will add things.
Okay. And then it should work with any MCP friendly tool, not only Cursor, but
it should work with for sure. It should work also with the Cloud Desktop. Those who have access to Cloud Desktop and not running Linux, because those Linux users doesn't have Cloud Desktop.
Oh, okay, I see. Cool.
Which Okay, we are looking for ideas for CNCF webinars, which is just like, in general, ideas to spread the word about Kubescape. It doesn't have to be like new things. Like we can do a webinar on how to do vulnerability management using Kubescape, maybe with headlamp. We can do a webinar on the. I think it's Oshrat, it's pre-recorded, right? These are things that we need to record it ahead of time. 30 minutes or an hour?
No, it's 30 minutes. Or
30 minutes.
45 maybe, I don't remember, but we can find
Yeah,
it.
so it's pre-recorded. It's easy. So it's I think it's also then afterwards it's like reusable content. So it's maybe some of them parts that we already have in like different presentation we gave here and there. So it's any ideas are welcome to even it doesn't have to be someone who's a maintainer, like anyone who wants have an idea of what to tell about the story to tell around Kubescape. In the CNCF webinar, we have like 3-4 options every year to do this. So it's just a good way to spread information and market ourselves.
Cool. Okay, nice. And as we said before, Matthias is gonna do a demo of our headlamp plugin, and this could be like a nice feature for this for a CNCF webinar, actually. Okay, I think I have to give you host, or do you have it, Matthias?
No. No.
Let me see. Make host. Okay.
Okay. To send.
I will stop sharing my screen, and now you should be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see my screen?
Yes.
You're already in the first page of compliance. But actually, do you know Headlamp actually? But it's mainly a tool for browsing Kubernetes resources. So all the standard stuff is there, like workloads and networks and all these thingies. But then you can extend the headlamp, and here you see 2 examples. Flux is an extension, a plugin, and Kubescape is an extension. And the headlamp Kubescape plugin is precisely doing that. It's showing information which is developed by the Kubescape operator. So it's querying everything via the Kubernetes API. And it tries to collect all this information and aggregate it and allow the user to drill down in it in a fairly standard way. So we have in compliance, you see all the controls. And for each controls, you can drill down here. This link would bring you to the Armo site, giving more information about the control itself. Here you can look into details of which resources are vulnerable or not vulnerable. And the fix thingy is also there with the
Nice.
the suggested improvement. But you can also look at from the resource perspective, mainly each time coming on the same information, but from a different perspective. You can see namespaces and see how your namespaces are doing. That's for compliance. And for vulnerability, same concept, all the information from the Kubescape operator is aggregated and then allowing the user to drill down through the information. Users can click through it See all this stuff. See all, yeah. And for vulnerabilities, we have these perspectives, CVEs, resources, which can also look at from images. We also have the SBOM here. Lots of information. Then I also have the network policies, which is not working in this cluster. This is a kind cluster. Let me switch to another cluster so I can show you that. Let's see, Grafana. So here we just show the network policy in a diagram so that you quickly can identify all the connection points the Grafana would want to go. And here we have the technical network policy. I'll switch back to kind. Kind. You're actually seeing this on my local laptop, so I'm running Headlamp in development mode. I have a policy playground, so you can see all the Kubescape controls, but now developed as validation admission policies. And you can check if resources are vulnerable, and you can play with it, and then it will show you the results here. I have runtime detection, but it's not working on this cluster. And then what we talked about last time, you can, and I got that idea from Victor Farcic. He said, well, you want to actually to make custom frameworks. So let's make one, dev one. And I only want to check for these 2, 3 silly controls. Why not? Why? Then I can go back to compliance and then add this framework to my list. Is it there? I thought it was selected. Dev one. Oh, here's Dev one. And it's 84% compliance. You can actually see it's indeed now only checking on these 3 resources. So you can really focus on what matters to you. But then you can also make exceptions. You can check, you can make multiple groups of exceptions. This will become quite a bit thingy, but here I have an exception builder. I already have 2 examples, so I want to exclude the flux namespace, but yeah, I could do more. I could also, if I would do like this, the regex, nothing will be scanned anymore. And we can also match on policies, so I could add a policy like this here. These are the common exceptions like you have in Kubescape. And then here we also allow to, well, I don't have a lot of, so you can also exclude it here. It's a bit easier. And then it will be added to the exception list that we saw here. All these things are now here.
Nice.
So this can be seen as an exception builder. But maybe you want to use Kubescape itself or use it in a CI/CD. And then you can save it to file, go to your download folder and have it here. And this is just downloads. Now all these exceptions with this interesting language, designator type, and it's all there. This you can feed to the Kubescape CLI directly. It works. Same actually for the frameworks. You can also do this and then have this downloaded. And then that is a little bit simpler, but then you will have the framework and you can use it in the Kubescape CLI. I think that
This is really nice.
Yeah, really nice. I mean,
sums it up.
Can-
One more
can I
thing,
ask a
this is
question?
the new thingy, what we get in Headlamp in the next version. You can select multiple clusters. And I have a bit of support for it, so you can see it's actually fetching a lot more data. And now you can see, hey, I have this from this cluster, this from that cluster.
Amazing.
And that actually opens, a window on quite a few more use cases, like comparing clusters or things like that.
Yeah.
Can I ask what the security tab does on the menu?
This security
There's-
tab?
Yes.
Yeah, this is just standard Kubernetes stuff. So here you can drill down in service accounts, roles,
Okay.
role bindings.
Okay, so it's more of
Yeah.
the role. Okay. Okay.
Most of
Interesting.
here you have maps, which can be, oh, can I have it? No. Oh. Map is a graphical representation of everything. I don't know. It's not me. I don't know what it is. But it is quite nice for some people to see ownerships between various components. Well,
Very nice.
yeah.
Oh, it's coming actually.
No, it's
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes.
I think
No
I
wonder it
asked,
took so long to load.
yeah, and I'm not so much into this, but some people love it. I guess you can click on here and then go into details. But it is actually showing ownership. Not it's for me it is not an architectural view.
Yeah.
But yeah, but still, these are there are quite a few capabilities in Headlamp. I think the team. I'm not part of the Headlamp team, but the Headlamp core team is also working on an AI chat box. So I think Headlamp. What I'm showing you here is the Headlamp web version, but you also have Headlamp on the desktop, and maybe this Headlamp on the desktop could more easily also call into the MCP server of Kubescape. So we can have a look at that if we can enable that in the Headlamp client. Shouldn't be a big deal, I guess.
Yeah, I think that so the general way of or the way of I've implemented that for starting to implement the MCP service, actually I had in mind that the in-cluster components should all be also able to expose MCP through HTTP. So I built in a way that right now it's an STD, but you know, left an option for conceptually for an AI agent to connect the MCP server as well. So this can be a direction. Matthias, it's amazing. I super love it, and I think that we're going to work with you to create more content on this. I need to drop now, and I'm really sorry. But amazing. I'm so happy to see this. Thank you. See you.
See you, Ben. Go get your cake.
Yeah, I don't have time to bake.
He'll go have bread, no cake for him.
No, that's amazing. Really.
Yeah, it's wow. It's the first time I've seen Headlamp really, but with it, but with Kubescape running it, I understand the language better. So it's really.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, the team is quite. The Headlamp team is quite confidently pushing every month a new release. And they are well supported by Microsoft. They originally are from Kinvolk, but Microsoft took over.
Oh, it's the Kinfolk people too? Okay.
Yeah, it's only them. It's
Because I
only
know
them.
them from Flatcar.
Yeah,
I know them
you
from
know, yeah,
Flatcar.
that's the same. That's the same.
Yeah.
Same people. And you also know them from how is
Inspector
that?
Gadget.
Huh?
From Inspector Gadget.
Yeah. And
Okay,
Microsoft
nice.
has taken over that company 2 years ago.
Oh, it's been
that's
more.
great.
It's been more. It's been at least 3 or 4 even.
Oh,
It
okay.
happened when I was a Giant Swarm.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, Matthias, I'm leaving you both together with the
Oh,
triage because
you're also
I have
going
to
to
go pick
cake.
up my kids too. No,
Oh,
okay.
I have kids, not cake.
Yeah, sure, Oshrat. Did you want to say something about the CFP for KubeCon Atlanta, or how many talks we are submitting? Or
I know that there was a suggestion for Matthias and Ben to do something about the headlamp plugin. I don't know if that discussion, if that loop was closed, or if you're even going to Atlanta.
I'm not planning. If that was your question, I haven't heard from Ben about this.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll see. Okay, good. I'll see you folks in a few weeks.
Yes. See you, Oshrat.
Bye.
Thanks. Bye-bye. All right. So let's see. We still have like 1 day for the CFP. So I'll tag him here. Let's see. Okay. Then I'm not going to Atlanta either, but the week after I'm going to Mannheim to present something about Kubescape. So in general, they accepted the talk, but I haven't sent the content of the talk yet. So I have to figure out. There were some ideas. I think Guardians of the Kubernetes, something like this, that I have to fill in the the details for the CFP. But we submitted when the CFP was closed, and now we need to give details. At least the program will have something in it. Yeah.
At least a little bit more receptive than KubeCon.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, but they are friends of us.
Yeah.
Especially from Oshrat, so it's more an invitation that we got than a real CFP.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll see. Will be my first time in Mannheim. Okay. Let's do a bit of triage. Well, if you need to drop, you can drop. It is. So something new. Oh, from you.
Yeah, that's from me. That's why I'm staying.
Okay, I see.
I don't know. I have this already for a long time, and but, well, it's not really a big issue. But my Prometheus rules shout about it.
Yeah.
I have no idea what this means. I tried to investigate, but
okay. Invalid object code 4 key. Yeah. So configuration scan summaries. I think
it looks like it is asking etcd for this information. That's my hunch on it, but
I don't know. No. It's definitely one of our. I don't know. Yeah, looks like. Okay, I will check that. Okay, don't worry. It's funny that it only happens on K3S. Okay.
Maybe. Yeah. I only have K3S, so I don't know.
But I know we have some customers that are using K3S in production.
Yeah,
in
but not
production.
that, yeah, but it's easy to ignore these errors.
Yeah.
Because it's just in the K3S log on your host. Yeah, and if you ignore them, then everything is still fine.
Yeah.
So it's possibly maybe others have it as well. But I have a Prometheus rule about client errors, and it's shouting all the time.
Okay. Okay.
So
I will have a
that's how
look.
I got to know.
Yeah. I will spend some time once I have finished designing the new storage. We are like redesigning the API between node agent and storage to be able to scale better when we are doing a lot of runtime analysis. So once I have finished designing it, it should take like 1 or 2 days. I will look at your error.
Cool. Yeah.
Okay. Let's look at the PRs. Work in progress. This one, work in progress, but it doesn't. Yeah, if you remember, like few meetings ago, I said that I bumped Open Policy Agent, and it's good because there are some vulnerabilities. But now, for some reason, the Rigo library is failing the CI.
Oh.
Yeah, but not because of this change. Yeah, I'm gonna check Kubescape. Actually, here. Oh, this one is for you. Dependabot is like bumping headlamp plugin.
Yeah.
Should I assign it to you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. This one is work in progress. Yeah, this one is definitely in progress. Ben was able to break the storage. This is work in progress. This one I think is good. Reviewer. Okay, nice. I think that's it for today. I will look into the key tracer.
Okay.
Thank you very much for the demo, Matthias.
Yeah.
It was very nice.
Good. Thank you. Bye.
So see you soon. Bye bye.
Bye bye.